Welcome to Custom Home Builder Solutions, also known as CHS, a job costing, full accounting, and profit management software for the professional home builder. In this video, I am going to give some tips about how I would handle it if I had to pay, say to the lumber company, they requested that I give them a check for a deposit up front when I make my deal with them to purchase my stuff from them, so that then I can go in and purchase things, and they want an upfront check from me. That upfront check would be like a deposit they have from us on hand, and that upfront check would not be posted as a job cost to anything. We're going to also want to post it and a credit for it that will stay as a credit balance as we post various invoices to the lumber company. So let me demonstrate doing this. I'm going to use accounts payable to post bills, and I don't really need to use, and we're going to say it's pro-billed early in February maybe, that they asked for an upfront deposit for whatever reason. Maybe they don't know us or something, even though we've had past stuff with them with this builder, but we're just pretending. And I actually really don't need to post a job-related bill. I can do a quick bill because I'm just going to give them a check for one amount, and I'm actually going to post two lines here, and I could just call this maybe just other as a cost type, and we'll do this early in February because I think we posted some invoices after that. Let's play like on February 1st that we did this, and we don't care about the due date that it was just telling us about, and then we'll just call this deposit as our invoice thing. Maybe they didn't give us a deposit. Now where we post this, it's to the H job, and we probably want to just use some GL account that it would go in and out of. So I think it's okay to post it to the H job and go ahead and use our direct construction costs, because we're going to clear it right back out of the H job here with the second line. So this is pro build upfront deposit, and let's say they asked us for $30,000. I don't know, that's just an amount, but I want to see is that's all right. Then I'm going to copy this because I want the same department, same GL, same upfront deposit, and I'm going to do a minus amount. And I'm not going to post the payment or print the check yet. I want to go ahead and get these two entries posted. You can see how they total all together to 0. They go in and out of the 1430. And I'm going to show you what happens here in a minute. I'm going to go print a check for just this entry. So let's submit that, and let's post it as unpaid to pay later. And let's close that thing, and let's go to our unpaid payables. Back over here, let's go to unpaid payables, and let's just ask for pro build. And we do have some other invoices that we put in our demo here, but I want to show you, we want to leave this minus 30,000 alone. And we want to check mark this 30,000 to pay. We'll give them a payment. We'll actually print a check. So I did check mark and then did payment, and then I'm going to print or post a check, and I would actually print the check, but in demos we don't really print the check. And let's do that also on February 1st. Say that's the day we did the check to them, and see if I can come up with some reasonable check number here. Let's see if I skipped anything near that time. 302, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 30. Oh well. Let's just use 3044 as our check number. You know, this is demoed, so we don't have anything that makes sense sometimes. And we would do the thing to print the check probably and get it printed and then post the check. But we're just going to post this as paid. Do not print the check, and then we'll get the same window that you get after you ran the checks, and I'll say yes, checks ran okay. So post them as paid, And if I look at it, I'll see that there's a $30,000 thing check listed there. So now let's open the unpaid payables again for ProBuild, and that positive 30 amount should be gone. So notice what happens by the fact that the negative 30,000 is remaining here is that we posted since then some other invoices, and we're getting down to we still have a deposit on hand to them of $7,244 because that's a minus amount. So we would keep posting invoices until such time as this went over our deposit and then pay all of these entries. So let's real quickly go see if we don't have a PO for a bigger amount even than that we could go ahead and post. And we'll do ProBuild. And this time we'll create a job-related bill because this is a real invoice or a PO we're paying. We'll probably use a PO here for this. We'll take our discount deduction, and we don't want to post it to job costs. So we'll probably, on the payment discount deduction, put it to earn discounts. We're not wanting to do that. Let's just say it's today we got this, but let's look and see if we have an open PO here for our demo job. I think we do. Yeah, here's one for, we don't want to do that training one. Here's one for $16,000. Let's do that. Let's post it. And it had sales tax on it, etc. So we're going to post this net due of $15,885.17. And we'll submit it. And we'll post as unpaid to pay later. You can see if you look at the records, it posted actually 3. The original amount, the sales tax amount, we do this with the cost type of sales tax so we could search for just sales tax entries, and the 2% discount we took for paying it on time. For sure, if you're running a credit balance with them, you would be able to do that. So let's go back to the unpaid payables menu, and let's open unpaid payables again for ProBuild. Now you see that we have a balance, a positive balance of $8,641.14. So now you would check mark all of these to pay when you're ready to pay your bills. And in this case, there would be a check printed for $8,614, and you would include this minus $30,000 in it and select all of these to pay. When you're doing a check run, you can watch other videos about doing check run. But now we'd be spitting out a check to them for $8,641.14. We've had enough invoices in against our deposit. But hopefully you get the idea of how when you do an upfront deposit, you would make those 2 entries initially and post it to just the generic H job. You could do it to the 1430 account. And so, you know, if you looked at 1430 in your accounting database for just the H job, let's just use the H job. You'll see that it had a 0 effect on that 1430, so it didn't hurt anything. Use whatever account you want if you want a clearing deposits account or something, but you'll take it in and out of the H job. That deposit wouldn't be applied to any job. The H job is our generic nothing job, and you wouldn't use any cost codes, etc. It's just how you handle an upfront deposit payment and how I suggest that you handle it in CHS. And thank you for watching. I hope that helps.